right?
Let's try this again. Hi, everyone,
Welcome to
to
TFT
TFT
Tarot
Tarot
for
for
Today.
Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee.
That sucked. We'll clean it up somehow. Or not. Anyways,
Oh,
we're
it's not
here
bad.
with part 5 of our USA USA predictions.
What did you
I said part 5.
Part 5. I'm getting confused because we did throw so many cards, and it's getting tricky. But we are on social concerns today. Now, if you need to recap, our intro to this video, kind of shows the sequence of the reading that we initially did for the U.S. predictions for 2020. But it was a very brief reading,
Right.
and we felt we needed to expand on it.
Right, and the card that we actually pulled for that initial reading, social concerns, was
Camera boy,
Camera boy's got other things to
and
think
here
about.
comes the cat.
The star reversed, and so
Yes,
we
indeed.
suggested that did not present a favorable climate in this next year for thinking about social concerns. That some of them would be clouded by what the star reverse represented, which was mostly a lack of inspiration, a lack of hope, a feeling of despair, things like that.
Indeed.
So now we're here to do more expansion on that card.
Yes, we are. And so basically, yeah, it seemed like in the realm of social areas, people were not feeling it. They were feeling pretty glum about things. And so hopefully we'll see. We're gonna try to delve into this further and see exactly what the issues may or may not be in the social realm for the year ahead.
All right. So to effect that, we're going to throw a few more cards. And today we're going to use the wonderful Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. This is a
Yes.
unique deck. It's really nice. And it's really great for the camera. That's all I can say, because the pictures are large and clearly drawn enough to where you can easily see them. They don't muddy. Maybe it's our resolution thing too. I don't know. But we like them a lot.
I'm not yawning at you, Mr. O. Just had a big yawn there.
And
Sorry.
our good luck cat is with us
And
today
one of our cats are here.
for USA predictions.
Sassy has joined us.
You are a pretty little girl. Yes, you are.
And thankfully, she's given me room to shuffle. How about you, Mr. O?
Well, I'll see what I can do.
All right. And while he's shuffling, I'll go over some of the positions we've decided to cover. And remember, this reading is basically as objective as we can make it. We do have our political points of view. We're just trying to read the cards to see how the cards will answer these questions. And, you're welcome, if you're tarot readers yourself, to draw your own conclusions from what we've drawn. And we'd love to hear your opinions. So basically, the social concerns, star reversed. The first area we're going to cover is the political divide in this country and see what's happening. Will we pull closer together as a nation or drift further apart? Racial ethnic concerns is another area that's very big right now. There's a lot going on. Sex, gender issues, the spectrum, gay, lesbian, straight, all of the issues, LGBTQ plus, and focus of the social concerns by the end of 2020. So December of next year, where will we be at as a society in the social realms? And we didn't cover everything because really the social realms just cover so much.
It's always possible that we might even be able to revisit some of these other readings and illuminate on those cards. We've
Yes.
seen some other readers we know doing that, and we think it's a fascinating idea. So
And I
who knows?
highly recommend you look at our previous videos so you can get totally up to date. Start with the main one, the first one we did, and then work your way through the cards.
Yeah, we'd love to see any comments or questions that you might have, or give us a like if you can.
Yeah.
Share. So
the
here we
first
go.
The first card is the political divide, and oh my goodness. I don't know what to say.
I do, and it's not good. It does really seem like
It's the Ten of Swords.
it's the Ten of Swords, yeah. It seems really bad. It seems like for either side or for all sides, there is a sense of defeat. Nobody feels like they won.
That's true. Nobody feels like the victor here. Or
That's what's the problem with the political divide.
Or on the one
We are
hand
too
here,
divided.
Mr. O, you see the crow has the swords in him.
Mm-hmm.
That could mean that one side gets clobbered by the other.
Yeah, of course it could mean that.
I'm just throwing that out there as
No.
a possibility.
I saw it too, of course.
But I do totally agree with you what you said. There's just going to be a lot of backstabbing going on in politics. And of course, it's the election year. So in a sense, what do we expect?
Yeah, none of this will be good. The
Oh,
divide
boy.
will remain divided or worse.
All right, the racial ethnic concerns in this country, with immigration, this coronavirus, which is also causing, some people to act out against Chinese Americans, whatever the case may be, whatever side of the fence you're on, what's going to be happening with race and ethnic relations? Well, we got a reversal here, and it's the Page of Wands reversed.
Yeah, and that means that we
Right.
will not be acting from our most graceful and diplomatic selves, that we will literally be tacky, rude, inconsiderate, and that this will be what will be happening between ourselves as well as the various people that are affected by that position. Anyone who may feel that they are a person of color and or possibly marginalized.
Let's just say marginalized,
Yeah.
for sure. Marginalized communities. And just looking at the card, I'm thinking to myself, this is just to me, no matter where it's coming from, it could be coming from all sides. There's a lot of mean-spiritedness going on.
Right.
Aggression.
I wouldn't want
Aggressive talk.
I wouldn't want to try to lay the blame in anywhere in particular
No.
because it does seem like as in that first card, it's going to be all around.
Okay, so sex, gender issues, LGBTQ plus, and hetero, whatever the case may be, and women's issues.
And that's the Seven of Pentacles. It's upright.
There are worries.
Yeah, and there's also
I have a thought. Go ahead.
maybe a little bit of inhibition, a little bit of not wanting to move forward, maybe just sort of sitting back and looking at it.
Well, there are worries too, and I'm thinking here that there's just worries that maybe they're not that there's nothing they can do to create change or to stand up for their rights. It just seems like they feel
A holding
helpless.
pattern.
Holding pattern. Yes, thank you. So I sense that
They're
a lot
not
with
able
this
to
card
bring
here.
fruition about. They're sort of in a holding pattern.
Yeah. We have two cats on the table. Sunny has also joined us.
Yes, we'll send our cat cam around.
So
Make sure
the
that he's
final
right there.
card for this reading is the focus of social concerns. Where will we be kind of as a society by the end of 2020? Well, I have a little bit of good news in all of this.
Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. Do you want to go first this time?
Well, I think that, I think people might feel by the end of 2020 that they're a little bit better off financially, that, maybe things will be looking up for them, so that they'll be able to get out more and I had to block her from the microphone. To get out more and socialize or go to big gatherings and stuff. I mean, I sense that there's going to be some positivity here. Maybe people will be able to travel more.
Well, I guess if I
It's
want
a
to keep
night.
it, I want to keep it really within that area of our concern, and I would just say that it's really kind of like slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. There's not a lot of creativity or immediately determinate action, but it's a slow and steady kind of thing. So maybe it's a matter of making progress socially by just sort of moving ahead as you can, not trying to do leaps and bounds, but not letting yourself be pushed back.
Thank you for refocusing me. I think
Does that help?
It does help because I feel that what you said is true. Focusing, the focus next year will be there will be like through the year there may be some positive movements, and it's slow.
It'll
It's
be
slow
slow.
progress. It's slow growth because the pentacles are about growth and growing things, as well as money and material things. And I feel that maybe also in some way, people might experience some growth financially or materially as well.
I'm seeing the crow holding the bauble,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, to me, psychically, it tells me that maybe there will be something of value by that time next year, that somehow something will come forth and be able to present itself as value.
So shall we recap?
Yes, we did have this reading for the star reversed, which was from the original reading and indicated a sense of despair or numbness to feeling hopeful.
Yeah, a lot of hopelessness as far as, some groups in society are feeling about maybe their rights or whatever, maybe against hate. There's just a lot of pessimism and wondering where things are headed. And leading into that reading, we had for the political divide the Ten of Swords upright, which is not a card I like to see upright to begin with. And I think that means that there's going to be some stabs in the back from all quarters. It is an election year, and this is what happens. This is what it's degenerated to. I think I can say that by being objective, because I think, everybody's to blame for that. There's no one side that is to blame for that.
Expect a lot of bad things happening and defeats.
Yeah. And then the second card was the racial ethnic concerns for the year ahead. And I'm just seeing, like bad behavior. And as a matter of fact, we know the pages are messages, right, Mr. O?
They can be.
So let's think about it here. Maybe it's even bad behavior on social media. People just acting out, their intolerant attitudes, whichever they may be.
Well, some people might look at the wands as being communicative in that aspect because they are about networking. They're not clearly air,
Right.
But they do have networking aspects, so for sure.
Yeah. So it is going to be a lot of, there's some aggression
Rudeness,
in the air.
tacky behavior.
Yeah. And I hope it doesn't resort to physicality. Okay, so then we have sex, gender issues, LGBTQ, women's rights, anything to do with gender, and looking at that.
It's the Seven of Coins.
It's not the worst card in the world, but on the other hand,
It's a holding pattern.
it's a holding pattern. It's also feeling like really
Waiting-
worried about stuff a little bit.
Waiting
There's
for
anxiety.
a moment, not ready to act, waiting for a moment that you
Yeah.
think is coming.
Yeah. And maybe waiting for somebody to rescue you as opposed to doing something. What
Now,
do you
there are
think?
pentacles here. Yeah, I think so too. And
Yeah,
I
you're
think that
right.
that's telling me, this one is.
I know, I'm just looking. We have two pentacles. Yeah.
So it's telling me that maybe these are the kind of things that are going to carry on for the next year or so. So that doesn't feel good. But the last card,
The last card is the focus. Well, actually, it's not the focus, but it's really where we will
summation.
be. The summation of where we will be by December of 2020. And it is the Knight of Pentacles upright, which to me indicates, some positive, some slow growth. Maybe,
It's slower
things
than
will start
wanted.
turning around.
But maybe by that time, some value will come out in different ways.
Yeah. So
What
there
we
you
can
have it.
show.
That's what the social sector in the United States looks like for the year 2020.
So this has been part 5 of our Global USA predictions.
Yes, and our next reading is going to be on weather and climate in the U.S.
What was that card?
That card was the Ace of Pentacles reversed.
So this is TFT,
Tarot for today.
Divine Dabblings with me, Oberon.
You threw me off, Mr. O.
That was
and
the
me,
point.
Banshee.
So we thank you for watching, and we'll see